Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam, ma'am. Assalamu alaikum. How are you, ma'am?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine, Rosanna. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, ma'am. I'm fine.
We will be completing LO2 today. We will be doing 2.3, 2 Mem 1, that is the merit one, and the distinction one. First, let's start with the 2.3 assessment criteria. It says, analyze how a specific service organization uses quality control system. We already have a depth conversation and a discussion about that what quality control systems are and how we take things accordingly. Now we have to put this term in a situation where we will be studying it according to a service organization, the one which provides services to you people. And the command verb here is analyze, which means breaking the subject or complex situations into separate parts and examine each part in detail. Identify the main issues and show how the main ideas are related to practice and why they are important. Problem solutions and the importance as well. Reference to the current research or theory may support the analysis too. As you read the assessment criteria 2.3, it was about service organization. So I chose the Hilton Hotels and Resort. Quality control systems are essential in service organizations to ensure that the services provided meet the specified standards and exceed the consumer expectations. Specifically, those organizations which are providing services like they're providing the hoteling services to you people and spending the staycations or vacations over there, they have to inculcate the quality control system very efficiently because they want to meet your expectations as a consumer. Hilton Hotels and Resorts, a globally recognized hospitality company, implements robust quality control systems to maintain its reputation for the excellence. Now, each and every point is according to the indicative content point, the one which is present in the specification of your content, course content. So the first point, there was reactive and corrective tool. Let's read this. Quality control at Hilton Hotel operates as both a reactive and a corrective tool. Now, what it is? This involves identifying the services delivery issues through the consumer feedback, internal audits, and service evaluations. When a guest reports a problem, such as a room not meeting cleanliness standards, the hotel staff reacts promptly to correct the issue. Now, reactive and corrective tool. Whenever you think you are staying in a hotel and you're not, your what do we call it? Your requirement is not getting met. You have paid a lot. Like whenever a tourist or a foreigner go to another country, they are paying in dollars mostly. Although they take the normal currency from their people, but when you people as a tourist go to their country, they charge you in the dollars. And that's a lot. And you're not getting the services, free water, free cleaning services, and bedsheet change, then definitely you're going to be exhausted and glitched at the same time. So that is what reactive and corrective to it is. You are reacting to the people, to the staff of that certain hotel resort, and in return, they are giving you a correction. That is, they will be definitely providing you with the services once you complain or give your feedback. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. For instance, if a guest finds their room unclean, housekeeping is immediately dispatched to address that complaint. And the guest may receive a compensation or an upgraded room as a corrective measure. When we went to Turkey, I remember we were facing very difficulty in hiring up a hotel. Once we get that, the management there, they told us you have to pay in dollars, not in liras. So it was expensive. Again, we have to rent two big rooms. Then there were problem in the first room. Then what we did, we complained them and they upgraded to us with their luxury room. So that is what happens. You have to speak up again and again. You have to tell their problem that this is the issue in that room, and you have to, no matter what, how you are going to solve it. And that's a big responsibility as a part of the owner or a manager or a GM which is working in that organization or a hotel.
Yeah, because we're paying for that. That's why.
Exactly. But few
I mean,
people,
this is
uh,
one of the most important point. Yeah. Like
exactly,
correct.
you are paying,
Yeah.
and it's your hard-earned money. Few people, they really don't care. Although they are paying their money, but they feel like it's all right. They're not confident enough to talk with the other person, or they are not feel like they just go with the flow. It doesn't gets important for them. So that's the wrong thing. You need to talk. You need to tell. Okay. Product-oriented approach. Although the Hilton primarily provides services, it also sells products such as food and beverages, room amenities, and spa treatments like every hotel. Um, for example, Atlantis in Dubai, they are selling their spa services, yoga services, hoteling, camping, and so many things. They're obviously taking a lot of money from you people too, but they're providing the services too. These are considered as service organizations. The quality control system ensures that these products meet specific standards. For example, the food served in the Hilton restaurants undergoes regular quality checks to ensure it meets health and safety regulations, tastes good, and is presented well. Like their chefs are so trained and they are the best known from around the world. The chains which are of seven-star hotels. If a dish fails to meet these standards, corrective actions such as retraining chefs or changing the suppliers are implemented. If you think the things are not correct, as in they're stale or the quality is being downgraded, then what you can do is you can ship to the other supplier. You have a lot of options. The market is quite progressive in this industry. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Identification and the correction of the substandard components. Now, what it is? The focus of the Hilton's quality control is on identifying and correcting the components of the service that fall below the set standards. That is, obviously, each and every organization, whether it's a service or any other type of an organization which is providing goods or their other retail consultancies too, they have their own set goals and standards. If they go below them, then there's a problem for these big hotels. This includes regular inspections and audits. That is, we have to check them regularly, give reports on a regular basis. Only then we can surpass with the problems. For instance, the Hilton's management conducts routine inspections of the hotel facilities, including rooms, kitchens, and public areas to ensure that they meet the company's high standards. If any aspect is found lacking, immediate corrective actions are taken. This might include deep cleaning, repairs, or refurbishments. That is, you want to change up with the furnitures, interiors, or the designs. So that is what we have to do in this point, ensuring the specification and the functionality. To ensure the services meet specifications and the function correctly, Hilton employs detailed the service protocols and standards. That is, first we have to train them. The people who are working there as an employee, whether they are for a higher authority or a lower authority, they have to be trained in all aspects in all eras. These are outlined in their standard operating procedures, that is the SOPs. Certain of you can say rules and regulations, which are known as SOPs, we need to follow it. Like when the COVID came, it was a mandation that we have to use the hand sanitizers and the mask. It was an SOP, which cover every aspect of the hotel operations from the front desk interactions to housekeeping services. For example, the SOPs for the room cleaning specify the exact process and products to be used to ensure consistency and high quality. That is for specific cleanliness for the room, for example, for the executive rooms, for the suites. They are going to have specific products affiliated with it. Maybe they are going to have a way too good quality or maybe of hybrid. Regular training sessions and the assessment ensure that the staff adhere to these standards. That is, we have to consider the rules and regulations and the implementations to those people who are working there because they are the ones who are presented in the front desk or front line. Now, it's an example, the Make It Right program. Let's treat it what it is. A specific example of the Hilton's quality control system is the Make It Right program. This initiative empowers employees to take immediate corrective action if a guest is dissatisfied with any aspect of their stay. For instance, if a guest complains about the noise, the front desk can offer a room change or provide amenities to make the guest stays more comfortable. This program not only addresses the issues reactively, but also enhances the consumer satisfaction proactively. So, this is the policy of the organization of the Hilton Hotel, make it right. If there is a problem which is encountered by a consumer, a person who is there for the stay, they are going to present it with a solution rather than not giving them an extra charge or say, please excuse me, and you can leave the hotel. That's not the, you can say, criteria of the big hotel chains. Lastly, Hilton Hotels and Resorts exemplifies how a service organization can effectively use quality control systems to maintain higher service standards and ensure consumer satisfaction. By employing reactive and corrective tools, focusing on the product orientation, and ensuring all components meet the specifications, Hilton can deliver the consistent and high quality service, thereby sustaining its reputation in the competitive hospitality industry. So, this was the overall conclusion of the assessment criteria 2.3. Is it clear to you, people?
Ma'am, I have a question for this substandard components. Is it like mostly they're like changing up, or just like we have to follow the rules, like making a correction, like
Substandard
identification?
component
Yes, ma'am.
was this
I
point,
yes, yeah.
hotel or a restaurant or even a hospital. They have to
Yes.
change their interiors, they have to change the management and the regular products too, which they're using. So that is what
Yes.
substandard components are. The components which are on the lower level, but they need to be correct because they have a very large impact on the users, the people who are coming there. For
Yes, ma'am.
example,
Now,
you're going to a hotel for almost 5 years, and every time when you go there, the cutlery is changed. It's a basic example. So they are working on the cutlery, which they are serving to the consumers. They think that through that they can grab the more attention. The ambience, the interior is changing again and again. There are so many restaurants which are changing their interiors, cutlery on seasonal basis too, because colors affect the people mind. Pastel colors, dark colors, and so on. That is what it is. Last part for the lecture, 2D1. Review the quality assurance systems. We did studied the control system, now it's the assurance system. We had a lecture 3 for this. And justify the modifications to improve the quality in a named organization. I chose Apple. When you're going to choose, I listed a link in lecture number 3 for the SMEs. You're going to do it for the small organizations. Okay, the command verb here is review and justify. Revisit and analyze in detail the positive and negative aspect, and justify means you are going to prove it through the justifications. Overview of the Apple's current quality assurance system. Apple, anybody knew that what this INC means?
Incorporated.
Correct. Girls, didn't you people knew it?
No, ma'am. I did not know.
All right. Incorporated is used for the corporations, for the organizations, for the corporate sectors. So whenever we will be jotting it down as an assignment or an official thing, we have to add the name of the organization with IC dot. That's the abbreviation for the incorporation. Okay, it is renowned for its commitment to the high quality products and exceptional consumer experiences. The company employs a robust quality assurance QA system that encompasses various aspects of the product life cycle. Product life cycle is from the birth till the end it gets to the consumers. From design and development to manufacturing and after sales services. Now, these two are the parts of the product life cycle. When we design the product, we develop it actually through the each and every means, and then we manufacture it, produce it, and send it to the retailers for the further sales. The key components of the Apple's quality assurance systems include the first one, DQA, that is the design quality assurance. It ensures that the product designs meet high standards of the functionality, usability, and aesthetics. You like the advertisement of the iPhones. It's quite aesthetic. So that is the under the DQA department. Then SQM, that is the supplier quality management, collaborates with the suppliers to ensure that the components and the materials meet Apple's stringent quality standards because they have a very tight and strict rule for it. Their quality should not be disseminated at all cost, at any cost, basically. Manufacturing quality control MQC. From MQC, I got one more thing. From now onwards, you people are going to have quizzes as well. Times multiple choice questions, sometime not the filling the blanks, it is quite childish, but I'll stick to the MCQs. Is it okay with you people? Or a general small question from the lecture?
Yes, ma'am. During the lectures only.
Sorry?
Ma'am, during the lectures only.
Yeah,
separate.
IQC implements the rigorous testing and inspection processes during the manufacturing to detect and rectify defects. That is before the once we have done the processing of the products or whatever we are making, we are going to inculcate the MQC. Now, this department's responsibility is this: they are going to see whether there are any problems or defects in the production in the product. If yes, so they are going to send it back for the corrections. Then product testing and validation, this is the sub-element of these four key components, conducts extensive testing, including stress test, durability test, performance assessment to validate the product quality before the market release. That is, before it's going to be handed over to the consumer, to the general public, we're going to have a test of those products on small group of people or maybe the internal staff, employees. It's acceptable at all cost. Consumer feedback and the continuous improvement gathers the feedback on the consumers to identify and address quality issues post release. If there are problems, we are going to solve it as the producers, as the owners, as the manufacturers. Clear? The key components are used by the Apple organization. So these are all real.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Justifications for the modifications to improve quality. Now, this is the second part of the question. While Apple's quality assurance systems are comprehensive, continuous improvement is essential to maintain the competitive advantage and address the emerging challenges. So, you need to, whether you're a big organization or you have a big name and very large factories and so many departments, but you need to improve yourself to strive in this industry. For that, we have to show our QA system again and again. So the first thing is the point, enhance supplier quality management. Justification about this point is, despite Apple's stringent up supplier standards, issues with the competent quality can arise, impacting the final product. Enhancing the supplier quality management can mitigate the risk associated with the supply chain disruptions and the component defects. So what we have to do in this is we are going, if we have risk with each and every aspect or steps which we have to follow during the process of the production, but we should have a good relationship with the suppliers, with the supply chain people. If yes, then we can resolve the problems at time. For example, in 2010, Apple faced significant issues with the iPhones 4 antenna, leading to signal reception problems. Enhanced supplier audits and closer collaboration with the component manufacturers could have identified and rectified the design flaw earlier in the production process. So this is how this point adds to this example of the Apple organization. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then modification. Implement the more, now this was the problem. Now what is the modification for it? Implement the more rigorous supplier audits and real-time quality monitoring system, increase transparency and data sharing with the suppliers to identify potential issues proactively. That is why, like, we're having problems due to the point which just we read right now. And this is how we can modify it, we can rectify it by assuring the QMS system, by increasing more good and a transparent, opaque relationship between the producer, suppliers, and the supply chain members. Adopt advanced quality analytics. The justification is leveraging the advanced analytics can provide deeper insights into the quality issues and trends, enabling the proactive interventions. That is, we should have the advanced technology for it and the analysis too, through which we can analyze it beforehand, before time. For example, predictive analytics could be used to identify the patterns in product returns and failures. That is why the products are getting again and again coming back to the organization or the hub department or to the home factory. We need to do that, and how it's done through the predictive analytics. It allows the Apple to address the root causes more effectively. That is, what is the root cause, what is the main problem, why it's happening. Modification. Integrate the AI-driven quality analytics tools to monitor and predict the quality issues. Use machine learning algorithms to analyze vast amounts of data from manufacturing process, consumer feedback, and product usage to identify the potential defects before they become widespread. Before it is getting out of your hand and spreading towards the world, while the problem, the cause, we can rectify, we can have overpower over it if we are using this analytics properly. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Strengthen the environmental and sustainability standards. With increasing consumer and regulatory focus on sustainability, ensuring that the quality assurance includes environmental considerations is critical. That is, when we are going to focus on the goal of sustainability, we are going to save the environment at the same time, the climatic conditions. We can reverse the global change we are facing, a globalization through this. For example, Apple's commitment to reducing its carbon footprint is well known. Strengthening QA quality assurance to ensure that all products meet the highest environmental standards can enhance the Apple's reputation and meet the regulatory requirements. Now, this is the example for the point, which is strengthen environmental and sustainability standards. Now we have an example modification for it, how we can achieve it. What's the process back at the back end? Incorporate the environmental impact assessments into the QA process, quality assurance process. That is, we are going to inculcate it into this process. Ensure that the materials in the manufacturing process adhere to the stringent environmental standards, reducing the waste and energy consumption. How we can do this? When we are going to utilize it, we are going to use it, we're going to make a part of our QA system. Then we have number 4 point, improve the product testing protocols. Continuous improvement in the product testing can prevent issues that only become apparent during the widespread use. That is, again and again, we are going to test the product usability and durability both. If it's successful again and again, it means it is going to be durable and it will be a successful launch in the market among the consumers. For example, the Bandgate controversy with the iPhone 6, where the phone was found to be bent under the pressure, highlighted the need for more rigorous durability testing. That is, it was easily crushed. So for that, they changed their durability, you can say process through which it can make the iPhone more durable. Notification enhanced product testing protocols to include more extreme usage scenarios, implement accelerated lifecycle testing to simulate the long-term wear and tear within the shortened time frames. That is, we're going to use those technologies and things through which we're able to make its life longer for a longer period of time. Lastly, expand consumer feedback mechanism. Direct consumer feedback is invaluable for identifying and addressing the quality issues that may not be evident through the internal testing. We are testing through internal modifications, test samples. Those people are the internals. They are very familiar with each and everything, but we have to perform this on the general public, the general people. For example, issues such as the iPhone battery throttling controversy were primarily identified through the consumer feedback. Proactively seeking and addressing the such feedback can improve the product quality and consumer satisfaction. From the general public, they started to ask this, and it was highlighted that this is the issue. Notification develop more comprehensive feedback channels, including the social media monitoring, that is the Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, direct surveys through the emails and user forums. Utilize feedback to drive continuous improvement in product design and quality. That's it. We have now the conclusion. Apple's existing quality assurance systems are robust and have contributed significantly to its reputation for high quality products. However, to maintain and enhance its reputation, Apple must continuously evolve its quality assurance practices. By enhancing the supplier quality management, adopting advanced quality metrics, uh, analytics, strengthening environmental standards, improving product testing protocols, and expanding consumer feedback mechanism, Apple can further improve the product quality and consumer satisfaction. These modifications will not only address the current challenges, but also position the Apple to proactively manage failure. The future quality assurance demands. That is, beforehand, if we are going to adhere to these challenges beforehand, we are mitigating the risk. What will happen? We are correcting and we will be upgrading our quality assurance systems with the demands from the consumers. That's it. Any questions which you want to ask? You may now.
No, ma'am.
Claire?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
have a question regarding this, just the last point before the conclusion, you just said anything beforehand, so we have to correct and updating the quality assurance.
Yes.
But no quality control. It's completely based on quality assurance.
Basically, first the quality control goes on, and then we assure it that whether it is
Yeah.
going on or not. That's what a assurance is.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.